in to do a wrap up of September and to talk about what I'm going to read in October and to talk about the crafts that I worked on in September. The first things first is, if you'll remember from my last video about what I planned to read in September, I talked about how I was going to go to a festival, a yarn festival in Vicksburg, and so I was trying to get myself hyped up for that, and I was reading anything that I thought had to do with wool or knitting or along, the crafty kind of aspect. So here is what I didn't read. You'll remember, right? This is about the same amount of books I showed you that I had planned to read. This was my to be read pile for last month. This is the book that we're gonna say I finished. I got 4 or 5 more pages. I will finish this today. It's not really my cup of tea, but it had been on my bookshelf for so long, I felt kind of committed to reading it. If you have read Watership Down and you like kind of British murder mysteries, this may be a book for you. But, and I loved the book Watership Down, but I could not commit to this. The sheep don't really understand human thinking, and so there's gaps in realism, maybe, that it was a struggle. Like I said, I've got 5 pages read. I have sat down and made myself read, and we've got things to do this afternoon, so I'll read this tonight. But this is all I got read from my to be read pile last month. So we're going to move on to my to be read for October. And so I'm going kind of dark because it's October. So I've got 3/4 Dead, which is YA, and The Nightmares, which is YA, and then The Accidental Demon Slayer, which is, I think, probably a paranormal romance. Didn't put a lot on my to be read pile this month because I knew how busy we were last month, and I only got that one book read. So that's what I plan on reading this month in October. That is, if I ever get 3 packs full finished. But come on now, 5 pages, hopefully. So we're moving on to my haul for October. The 2 of them are little free library books, and one of them is my book of the month selection. So I didn't do a lot of book hauling this month. So we're not adding a lot to this. So we've got Trail of Crumbs, Hunger, Love, and the Search for Home. This sounds like a really good book. It sounds like a good book to sit down on, like in the wintertime with a good cup of tea and read through. And I'm looking forward to this one, maybe this winter. And then we got City of Darkness and Light. I don't really know anything about this book, but it looked cute. I like the cover. I like the Eiffel Tower. And it's a Molly Murphy mystery, so it may be part of a series I may need to check on. And then for my selection from Book of the Month, This Tender Land. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this one. Most people chose the romantic kind of rom-com book that they had out last month. So, I didn't choose the popular choices last time, but I am excited about this. This sounded really good, and I can't wait to read it. As far as crafts go, I didn't get a lot of crafts done either. I mentioned that I was going to start doing a watercolor, or a paint by number, I'm sorry. I don't know that I would really consider this a paint by number because there are no numbers on the actual canvas. You have to have this sheet to look at. So this might not have been the best selection to start on, but you can see I've got some of it done, just not all of it. I'll come back to that and finish that at some point. And then, y'all probably seen this in a video too, I think, but this is one of the Brooks Christmas ornaments. Okay, I stopped mid-stitch here. I think this is actually number 1. It's kind of an advent calendar style ornament. So this is all, I have literally been working on this since Mania. So I think all I have really gotten done this month was I finished the little collar of the shawl jacket thing that the cat's wearing, and I've started on the cat's face. So I will come back to this and get it finished, and we'll move on from there. And then while we were at the knitting festival, the only thing that I got there, we were so excited about all the things we had planned that day that I really wasn't in the mood to shop. I think I had all the things we were doing up so much in my head that I just couldn't focus on yarn. So we did walk through, and I met some wonderful people, and I did get a leather cuff bracelet that is a ruler, so, and I've wanted one of those for a long time, so I am happy with my purchases, but I didn't get any yarn at the yarn festival or the fiber festival. Okay, and then we went to the Coca-Cola Museum while we were there, and I got a crush penny. This actually says Vicksburg, Mississippi, and not like the Coca-Cola Museum, but anyway, so I turned it into a needle minder. So I've got a new needle minder. The last craft project I am working on is this full coverage square drill diamond painting of a dachshund. I wish we had a dachshund. I love dachshunds. Some things are so cute. So this is where I'm at. All I have left is this corner here. But again, I might have spent a couple of evenings working on this in September. We have been super busy, so not a whole lot going on with crafting. But I just wanted to go over my books that I plan on reading this month and talk to you a little bit about what I read last month, which was not a lot of anything. I also I'm reading on my my Kindle another book, but I don't remember the name of it, and I'm not very far into it, so I really don't feel like I can count that as a read. So I'll talk more to you about it as I progress in it, or I finish it, whichever comes first when I'm making videos. But that's all I've got for now, and I will see y'all again soon. Thank you. If you like this video, hit the button down below, subscribe, and thanks for spending time with me. Bye.